Most traders don't know how to read a price chart. Most traders don't understand that each and every signal candle tells you a story. And when you learn how to read that story as a price action trader, or any trader for that matter, then you have an edge in the market and you can start to take advantage of the patterns that happen over and over again. But it all starts with your ability to learn how to read each candle and realize what smart money is doing, what big money is doing, what your competition is doing, and learn how to take advantage of what the competition is doing. Let's go deeper. Hey guys, how's it going? JD here. So the wait is over. People have been asking me to do a video on candlesticks or candlestick theory, and here it is. Today we're gonna discuss JD's version of candlestick theory. All right, so let's jump right in. So first, let's start with what is a candlestick, right? I mean, I know you guys see them, and you want to really talk about entries and you want to talk about how to read the candles, but first, what does one candle represent, right? What is a candlestick a representation of? That's first, because people don't really see the market the way you really need to see the market. People look at the market and they think all these candles are random. They can't really see it. They can't figure out what's happening. Like, most people don't see this trend up, trend break, retest to new high, market cycle. Most people don't see that. Okay, so most people don't see the market the way they should, right? So again, first, what is a candlestick? Well, one individual candlestick. Let's look at this one right here. This one individual candlestick is a representation of market participants buying and selling. All right. The fact that this candle is green and closed on its top, has this stem here, tells me here's the story. The story is that this candle opened right here. Sellers push prices down, but once it hit this spot right here, there were so many buy orders that they overtook all the sellers, right? Got back to the same spot. Then more buy orders came in and pushed prices all the way up till it closed up here. That is the story of this particular candle. Okay, every candle is a representation of buyers and sellers. All right, and when you get a green candle, there were more buyers. When you get a red candle, there were more sellers. This is why I use Japanese candlesticks and I don't use that other, everybody likes that other one. I'm not gonna say it right, but you guys know what I'm talking about. All those where it's all the same color, because you can't tell what's happening in the market. You can't see the market the way you really should. All right, and so that's the first thing. Understand that each candle is a representation of buyers and sellers. It's a representation of the market participants. All right, so after you understand that, and after you can see that, all right, that's what's happening in the market, that's what this candlestick chart, that's what the story is relaying to me. All right, so after that, then you can start to read the market. So if we just stay here, so what that told us is that, first of all, especially then when you learn price action, look at this. This is nothing. If you start this high, this is nothing but a push down, first entry push down. That's a clear second entry long, right? As soon as we hit all these buy orders right here and the buyers came in, most buyers were saying, hey, or smart money was saying, we're probably going to get another leg at this distance. So when buyers come in, we're going to go right here. And that's exactly what happens. And then this second entry won, then this low push up, higher low would have won. Okay. So when you learn how to read each candle, and when you learn how to read a price chart overall and see this market cycle, when you learn price action entries and could have called this second entry coming right here, then trading becomes a lot easier. But so what happened is that when this candle pushed up and closed on its top, people who know how to read a price chart, they all said we're about to continue this uptrend, because the 21 EMA was telling us we was clearly in the uptrend, right? Counter trend traders went short right here, but smart traders was saying, hey, this is clearly an uptrend. I'm not going to go short. I'm going to wait for another opportunity to go long. And once all these buyers came in here, boom, that was the opportunity to get back with trend. Okay. And so I kind of got off, you know, but it's the candles, right? So let me tell you, what else does a candle represent? So this is how I want you to look at it. And this is the eye opener that I think people don't get. So a candle, I said a candle represents buyers and sellers. Now I want to look at this candle right here. Oops. I want to actually focus on this one right here. This green, this boy right here, this big boy right here. This is what I want to focus on right here. This one right here. So there's no, so notice how much bigger this candle is than all the ones to the left. All right. But the bottom was right at where it opened at. Here's something else people don't realize. The whatever market you're in is pretty big market. I mean, if you're in the Forex, we're talking trillions. You know, if you're trading Bitcoin, you know, you're talking billions, maybe trillions too. If you're talking futures, you know, trillions. If you're talking stock market, I mean, so there's a lot of money out here. Okay, so these candles, they represent, you know, buyers and sellers. But let's go one level deeper, you know, because this game is a money game, right? So let's talk money. So when you see a humongous candle like this, from here on, think about this. For a candle to become that big, that strong, close higher than everything to the left like this, let's say, we're going to say that was, I'm going to put this right here so you can see it. We're going to say that one candle is worth $1 trillion, right? You probably have never looked at it, thought about it like that. That one candle to become that big, that means that a government, a hedge fund, a market maker, some you know, Barclays, Bank of America, BlackRock, somebody with a whole bunch of money, okay, came into the market. So start to look at it that way. You know, this one bar is like $1 trillion. Now, let's look at something else. Let's look at it this way too. This one little red bar right here, this one right here, that one, you know, that was probably worth, you know, maybe that was $500 million. Maybe. I don't even think it was $500 million. Let's just call it, yeah, let's say that one, let's say that candle was, just for, so you get my point. Let's say that candle was worth $1 million, right? This little push down right here, hey, that was about worth $1 million. $1 million is not a lot of money. Okay, $1 million is not a lot of money in the market. You know, I'll take that back. This one is probably $1 billion. $1 trillion might be too high, but I'm just trying to get a point across. All right, my point is this: look at these candles as money, because they're people, they're market participants, but this is actual money, right? This is people putting in actual. When you put in a trade, you know, you're risking actual capital. So when you see a big, huge signal candle, or not even signal candle, when you see a big, huge candle, that means that big, large organizations have put a lot of money in the market. All right. So how does this help you? Just how does knowing that help you? Well, once you understand the market cycle, and before I say that most people can't see this trend up, trend break, retest. Well, if you understand that that's how the market moves, if you understand this, that let's say back here, big money started to run, right? Because look at this little range. This was a baby little range happening over here. It was so small, you know, you could easily overlook it. But back here, you had a baby little range happening, right? Then all of a sudden, somebody with a lot of money came up and started a trend, right? Somebody with a lot of money came up and started a trend. Well, let's say it's BlackRock, right? They put in a whole bunch of orders. They spent a quick trillion. They spent a quick $1 billion right here to get the market moving, right? Well, once it gets up here, they don't want to enter again, right? The price is too high, right? They're in it to make money. So what do? They wait for counter trend traders to naturally think that the uptrend is over and start selling, right? Or there were some sell orders already sitting up here, you know, waiting for prices to get there for whatever reason, pivot points, breakout strategy, whatever strategy people are using, right? There was some supply up here. Well, okay, so then prices come back down. But now BlackRock says, all right, there's some prices come back down. We've exhausted some sell orders up here. When we put our next bundle up in, it's probably gonna break through there. And this is me creating an educated guess on how I think the market really works, okay? But what I can tell you is that from chart study, you're gonna see this trend up, trend break, retest all the time. If you've been following me on this channel, this is nothing new, okay? So BlackRock is waiting for prices to come down. Then right here, they say, all right, we've crept back above the 21 EMA. We can get in at a good, decent price to fill the rest of our orders we got to fill for the day at a better price here than if we had entered here. And then let's make some more money once people push it up. And then once we get a leg about this distance, we'll sell. Okay. But from a retail trader standpoint, we want to trade with trend. We want to trade with big money. So when I see a $1 trillion candle pop out, break higher than everything to the left, nearly close on its top, and I look over to the left, whatever happens to the left, normally gonna happen to the right again. I look over to the left and I see this huge leg up, and we ranged right here. Look, my bad, this is another range, pretty much. We ranged right through here. It may be a little higher. And right through here. We ranged right through here. Yep. Right about there. But now we're getting back above the EMA. When I see this huge candle, when I see this $1 trillion candle, I can consider it a signal candle. And I got all this other evidence that we pushed up hard. We've been in this range. We bounced. We couldn't go lower here. We're making it low, higher low, higher low. See all the evidence once you learn how to read a price chart. Once you learn how to read a price chart, you don't make decisions based on just one big candle, right? This big candle is kind of the final confirmation. You know, I got a trend up. I got prices above the, I got a big, nice trend leg, right? That's clue number one. We're in a range coming off the bottom. That's clue number two. We're making higher lows, low, higher low, higher low, right? We also have rejection. Look at the rejection on this signal candle. Sellers tried it, couldn't do it. Traders tried it, couldn't do it. Then we get basically a humongous, let's call it a breakout candle. We get a $1 trillion candle, right? We get a $1 trillion candle in the direction of the dominant trend. Boom, go time. All these things help you trade better. All right. So when you're trying to read a signal candle, you actually can keep it simple. Think of it in terms of money. Think of this in terms of a $1 trillion candle. Think of this in terms of, you know, who are the market participants. All right. Think of it in terms of what is this candle telling me? You know, that's how you read a price chart. No, excuse me. That's how you read a signal candle. That's how you can pick good entries. You know, not only was this a $1 trillion candle, it's right off the 21 EMA. Your best entries are on, off, or around the 21 EMA. It broke higher than everything to the left. So this was a little baby range, right? I could put another little range right here. This was a little bitty baby range right there. All right. This is basically a breakout. That's another little baby range. This is basically a breakout candle, but it was a $1 trillion breakout candle going with the dominant trend. You take this candle all day long because that's momentum. It's going in the right direction. It's a $1 trillion candle. It's a clear sign of smart traders and big money coming into the market. Everything says go right here. All right. Everything says go right here. And when you learn how to read a price chart, you can put all those things together. You know, you don't have to just depend on the one signal candle, but that one signal candle many times should be your final, I will lose my train of thought right there, but you know, your final go signal, right? It's a signal candle. It should be your final go. And so when you take big, huge candles like this, hey, even going short, if you would have took this big, huge one right here, hey, depending on what type of trade you were taking, you might have could have won before it turned. But this big one here, boom. This big one here, boom. This big one here, boom. Let's go back down here. This big one here, boom. 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 I mean, right. This big one here, boom. I mean, there you have it, right? There you have it. Pay attention to large signal candles. Pay attention to large candles and realize, hey, this is real money, right? Don't look at it as just some random red or green candle. No, look at it as market participants in a fight. Every candle is a fight. Every candle is also its own little mini trend, right? Every candle is also, look, you can look at it that way too. Every candle is its own little trend. And who's winning, right? Pay attention to who's winning each battle. You know, even though this was red, hey, the buyers were saying we coming, it's a comeback. Even though this was red, the buyers were saying, hey, it's a comeback. And then here the buyer said we are in control. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. That's going to be the lesson for today. Signal candle theory with JD. Look at these signal candles as businesses, market participants, smart money, and look at it in dollar figures. $1 trillion candles, $1 billion candles, $1 million candles. You know what I'm saying? Don't take $1,000 candles for your entries. What's a $1,000 candle? Let me find one right here. That's a $1,000 candle. Don't take that for your entry. That's a $1,000 candle right there. Basically a doji. That's a $1,000 candle. A candle where nobody really won. Don't take that for no signal candle. You know, this one here, you know, still, those aren't signal candles. This one here, nice signal candle. The sellers tried, so many buyers came in, overtook them, and turned the candle and closed it on the top. That's an entry. Boom, boom, boom. You would have won, right? So pay attention. Don't take $1,000 candles for your entries. Take the $1 trillion candle for your entry. All right. So this is a great time to like, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate everybody. Please keep them comments coming. If you're picking up what I put down today, please let me know in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to sign off with that. Until next time, my name is JD. And as always, I wish you increase on the Sutton. Bye-bye. You are not tired. Keep learning. Watch this video right here. Later.